Sinasublit ako. 94.
Yan. Ayos na. Set na ito. Hello, good afternoon. This is Ernie from DDI. Right. This is September 9 webinar initiative by our company, the Digital Defenders IT Solutions Philippines. For those who are with us today, it's an honor. Hello, good afternoon from DDI. Digital Defenders Cybersecurity IT Solutions is in Sual, Poblacion, Pangasinan. Location of the building is M&B building beside Sindis. Actually, we are in Poblacion. Thank you so much. And for your information also, after this presentation, maybe you could contact us. You will see it in the screen. Okay? Please call or visit us. We have our hotline 0977-855-7851 or our website www.digitaldefenders. You will find all of our products and services over there. Thank you so much. Here we go. Our company profiles. Right in your screen is Sir Kevin T. Byrne, the founder and director of the DPO. He is a DPO and GPOP, 24-year U.S. Navy veteran, serves as cryptologist. He is a holder of BS Computer Science, BS in Business Administration, Master's degree of Business Communication, fiber engineer for 24 years, certified telecommunications. And his counterpart also now in the same service. They are in Navy veterans for 24 years. Work with national and international authorities. Of course, to ensure the data integrity protection and countermeasures. Founder of the largest emergency management center outside of the United States. Certified configuration control manager for hardware and software system configurations as well. Right, these are the first two Americans in our company, DDI. And of course, we have, this is commercial. At this juncture, no, it's just a plus point of one of our accomplishment. At this juncture, it is too early as now that nice to mention that we have been shortlisted by two major or internationally acclaimed magazines as one of the top 10 cybersecurity solutions provider companies for hello, yes. We have just adjusted our microphone. I think it's coming your way. Too shy. Here we go again. Thank you. At this juncture or this early as now, nice to mention that the Digital Defenders IT Solutions, DDI in short, is shortlisted by two leading internationally acclaimed magazines as one of the top 10 cybersecurity IT solutions provider companies for service year 2020 search and evaluation year. These are the two magazine company are Industry Era Review magazines and Enterprise Security magazine. Right? Alright, we have our counterpart here in the Philippines as part of our company profile, Sir Art M. Navarro, a Filipino guy who has been our Chief Information Engineer and a guy who is multi-certified DDI Core Manager of Cryptologist Methods and Procedures, Penetration Testing Engineer, Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator, Certified Ethical Hacker, Licensed Ethical Tester, and a holder of BS in Computer Science. A prominent and a well-versed trainer for cybersecurity as well as data privacy. RA 10175 for cybersecurity and 10173 for data privacy. Thank you. As I mentioned, our first department is cybersecurity. One moment please. Sino yun? Sino? Cybersecurity is one of our departments, as I have mentioned. This is under the supervision right now of I think, one moment please, Sir Conrad of the ICT Pangasinan has just joined us. Thank you, sir, for joining me or us here in DDI. This will take another for the last 2 hours, I think, as program. Cybersecurity is one of our department under the baton of Sir Art Navarro. And right in your screen, there are a lot of stuff you could see over there. Professional witness and right blocker. Of course, if you are IT, you could write onto these terminologies. Okay, up-to-date security threat assets, local, national, and international. Right, that is under the 10175 of NPC. We conduct training on this, okay? This is actually the wrap-up of the cybersecurity pages. Cybersecurity, penetration testing, Android and iOS penetration, cybersecurity and forensics, protection and data science, and all allied services under the cybersecurity. This is under the direct control now of Sir Art Navarro in the Philippines. Aside, of course, from our director, Mr. Kevin, who is now, I think, I'm waiting for him to come up. But then it's too late, I think, for him to be joining us. Anytime he might be. Thank you. This is our second department, data privacy, which is partly I am involved with it as marketing team within the marketing team group, and right now I am the host of this seminar to explain to you the data privacy officer, data protection officer. That is the pillar 1, I should say. In here, for your advanced information, this is the top view of our DDI conglomerates. Okay, right on the top of your screen is pillar 1, DPO, and the left side, which is this pillar 2, which is the PIA, Privacy Impact Assessment, and in the center, which is the synopsis of all pillars, which is pillar 3, Privacy Manual, and the fourth is implementing data protection and security measures, which is the pillar 4, and the last is the breach management, pillar 5. And on the presentation perspective, in a more comprehensive view, number 2, privacy, 4th is the implementation, and 5th is the training. This is just a perspective. Actually, I'll tell you that this presentation is just perspective. More on the details when you go for training, for the training proper, okay? Each pillar, 4 and 5, which is the breach. Aside from the overview, of course, of the NPC. Right. The objectives of this webinar is to ensure getting back to normal business. Bakit ko sinabi yan? Dahil because of the health hazards, the COVID-19, marami ang medyo lumuhod sa operasyon because this is pandemic, ika nga, pangkalahatan sa buong mundo. So, yung mayroon mang hindi totally disrupted, ay siyempre na ninigurin kami na gusto nyong bumalik. Although the normal on-site conducting of training is now more on the webinar or Zoom or online discussion. But because we reach as far as Ilocos Norte for the on-site presentation, but now we are limited to webinar. But then it's not that bad. Webinar is just like person to person, only no personal appearance on it. But actually, we are already using this system before the COVID or before the pandemic. Dahil nasa online or virtual training na rin kami dati. So, hindi masyadong nagbago. Doon pa rin ang kon namin na madidiscuss pa namin. We could still dispense the 100% quality of our trainings. Okay? The second is a joining recovery program brought about by pandemic. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Mayroon kaming sistema na kung gusto nyong bumalik dun sa dating negosyo ninyo, we have to conduct some overviews, some add-ins to bring you to the normal operation before the pandemic. Third is possible program for your cash flow. This is very important. That fits your organizations. Dahil dito, sorry, we have the 5 pillars actually. You could just enroll or you could just start one pillar after the other. But first, you have to start with the DPO. Assigning DPO is the priority pillars. Yun ang sinasabi ng possibly you could control your cash flow. Dahil na-program ninyo yung gastos ninyo every month or every quarter. Because itong 5 pillars na ito, if we go for package training, it takes almost 1 year. So, from there, kung medyo gusto nyong ikuan pa yung cash flow ninyo, you will start with DPO. That is what we call cash flow programming, according to your organization's infrastructure. Fourth, and the last one is anticipating or anticipate savings during the pandemic meltdown due to the COVID-19 spillover. Ito, based on assessment, matagal po ito. You will not expect just stopping anytime from now. No. The analysis or the forecast is it will go maybe 2 to 3 years from now until it is fully stopped or mitigated, ika nga. Okay? So, ang preparation natin dyan, wag na tayong slow down. We have to come up with economic solutions, go for updated functions or economic progress so that hindi kayo mamawala sa sarili nating negosyo. Kasi nga, kung antayin yung matapos yung problema, ay matagal po ito. I think the first vaccine will be coming next year, which is I think November or mid next year. Napakatagal pa. From there, each users or country that will subscribe or order for the vaccine, it takes another number of months or even year to evaluate. So, yan pa rin natin yung kaya sinasabi ko yung spillover, medyo matagal-tagal pa ng konti. Unless otherwise, mayroon mayroon ng na finalize na vaccine natin. That is the only way na mag-calm down lahat yung mga delay natin sa negosyo o kaya problema natin sa pangangailangan, lalo na sa pang-araw-araw na kailangan. Alright. Thank you. And this is under the premise of 10173 or the DPA 2012 IRR and of 2016 Data Privacy Act. Alright, you have all the number of the circulars and but alright. Here we go. Kaya sinasabi kong lunas sa ating pagka-delay or downtime doon sa negosyo natin, mayroon kaming offerings o mayroon kaming programa to solve your business stress or business crisis because of the pandemic. Right in your screen, you have choose options to choose, and we have the orientation and presentation, which is the option 1. Okay, yung option 1 namin ay fresh start, yung overview ng mandates and provision including IRR of the NPC, National Privacy Commission mandates. So doon nagkakandak kami ng overview nun. Anong pakay nito? So as to be aware of to know some ideas regarding the Privacy Act knowledge. Okay? So doon magkakandak kami ng 1. If that will be your choice. That is option 1. Okay? Fresh start ng mandates ng NPC. Right? Here we are. We cover the implementing the registration data processing by handlers in accordance with RA 10173. And likewise, the provisions circular that were circulated by NPC for the registration and compliance of the NPC's pages. Of course, we have the corresponding IRs. We have to discuss that in full overview if you want to choose option 1. It takes 2 hours. Okay? The next pages, I think we could have the predicted price scheme. Right. If you have any question, please ask some question. Okay, so option 2 is now on the screen. Option 2 means option 1 plus option 2 or the 5 pillars training. Kaya ginawa natin na ito ay yung kung pwede kang magtipid kung pwede kang mag-program nung cash out mo. Ito kaya sinasabi ko ito yung cash out programming in accordance with your cash flow. Okay. Kung gusto mong for every pillar lang, hindi yung package, but then again, I have to discuss also the package on the data privacy. Mamaya-maya, okay? So, option 1, yung option natin consists of option 1 and 2, which is the NPC, yung pick section option 1, overview, and plus the 5 pillars. DPO, PIA, privacy, manual, implementation of protection measurement, security measurement, and the fifth is breach management. That is the option 2. Here we go. If you want to go for another savings plan, you have to go for option 3. Yung option 3 namin is option 1 plus option 2, including adjoining processes and formalities wayward to the registration and compliance, complete compliance of the 10173. Okay. This is just the package for 10173. Doon pa lang tayo sa Data Privacy Act or Data Privacy Act of 2012. Yun lang. Wala pa yung cyber security. That's another cover. Okay. So, on your screen, as for your idea, option 1 is merely orientation and presentation, which covers 2 hours. Option 2 is the rundown of option 1 plus pillar 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, and 5. Training proper na ito. Pero pwedeng diretsong 5 pillar 1 up to 5, diretsong training. Pero pwede nyong i-enroll din lang ng every pillar. But then again, the requisite is pillar 1. Okay? Sa training natin ng DPO, you will get the necessary certification. Pagdating natin sa pagkatapos mo nang mag-train doon sa 5 pillars, mayroon kang DPO certification. This is honored all over the world. Dahil ang magsicertify yan po ay yung director namin, Sir Kevin, which is internationally acclaimed or certified DPO. So, yun ang advantage ng DBI. Yun din namin ang tinutulak namin na yung certification, mayroon din siguro katulad namin na magse-certify. But then again, the question is it internationally accredited certification? Yun ang tanong nyo, kung mayroon man. Okay. Okay, yung CI, option 3, package of 1, and option 2, plus the 5 pillars. Yun na rin yung 200K. Okay? But letter D is the optional plan, which is the savings plan. Ganito na yun. Bakit sinawag namin na savings plan? Consortium of 5. Ibig sabihin, you have to convene, you have to gather. Halimbawa, nasa hospital kayo, group of hospitals, group of 5. Our package is 200. Kung yung medyo malalaking kumpanya na ayaw nilang package, okay lang yun. Pero para sa naman sa yung cash flow ninyo ay ma-program ninyo ay we come up with the consortium of 5. 5 members over 200K over the 5 members, you will only spend more or less 40,000 per year or 3,330 and 33 centavos per month. Bakit savings plan ka ng touring namin dyan? Kasi kung i-single out ninyo yung 200, medyo madugo-dugo sa medium na establishment or organization. Pero kung siguro yung malalaki, kamuti lang ninyan. So, we come up with this package, we have come up with the optional plan na so as to help doon sa gastos ninyo ng para sa registration at saka sa compliance. Sa tanong nyo sana, bakit kami gagastos yan? Bakit kami? Mind you, is the mandate and provision of the NPC should be mandatory in nature. But you could register voluntarily. Huwag na ninyo na antayin yung notice or advice or protocol ng NPC na magiging mandatory ang compliance ninyo. At kung hindi kayo nag-register, ay mayroon burdensome financial or imprisonment or both na ipla-plus ko sa screen mamaya-maya kung gaano katindi ang penalty kung hindi ka register. At kung nag-leak o na pariwara yung data subject ninyo na information ay nakalabas na hindi naayon doon sa gusto ng data subject, ay mayroon kayong mga penalty. I will have to plus the penalty and imprisonment later. Okay? So, dito, kung gusto nyo kung sa anumang plano, anumang option, please call us up. We are here to help you. We are trained for the job. We are trained you for overview of the NPC plus the 5 pillars. And from there, we will certify your DPO. Okay, clear? This is now the projected pricing scheme. The pricing scheme may change anytime without notice. This is just good for presentation. Okay. Option 1 is NPC overview, depending on the actual number of attendees. Ito, webinar ito webinar presentation. Okay. So, bakit namin sinasabing depends on the attendees? Siyempre, kung lilima lang naman ang kuha natin sa depende, medyo logi naman kami sa costing. Okay. So, more or less, if you are interested for any of the options, call us up and we have to tailor a package that is within your reach as far as financial allocation is concerned. Okay. Scheme 2 for price scheme for option 2. Option 1 and 2 NPC overview plus 5 pillars. You will be charged 1,000 per head. Minimum will apply. Okay? So may minimum din yan. Dito sa center yung nakadilaw, overview ng NPC, circular 201701. And of course, yung overview ng 5 pillars. Yan po yung overview price ng 1,000 per head. Okay. Option 3, training proper na to. Okay. Option 3 is a package of 1 and 2 including na yung adjoining process at hanggang po na po yung option 3. Hanggang registration, sa amin na lang yun. We have to arrange the registration. We have to train your people for the registration and the compliance, full compliance, and that is 200,000 package. Okay. I would like to mention in advance that the cybersecurity package is almost the same as data privacy, but that will be discussed by our information engineer later. Okay. And the most important here that I wish to emphasize is the option plan. Dito ay makakatipid kayo. You have to go for consortium of 5 and the 200 will be divided by the group and you will be only spending more or less 40,000 per year or 3,330 and 30 centavos per month. Siguro naman po yun ay makakayanan ninyo within your financial cash flow or your financial capacity. Okay? So, may program na ninyo siguro yan. So, yan ang sinasabi namin na we are, I mentioned on one of the objectives, we are here to design whatever plan you will have in accordance with your budget, in accordance with your cash flow. Hindi kami namumulsa. Kasi nga nung araw, nung wala pa yung 5 pillars, ay package po yan. So, only siguro yung ng hospital o organization, companies, banks na nandun sa top 1,000 corporation makakapag-package ng 200. Single out, ika nga. Single company na makapag-register sa amin. But then our experience, seldom na makakakuha kami ng ganyan. Only few of the LGUs, the provincial groups, yun ang makakaabot. So we come up with the consortium package na kung halimbawa ang isang clinic ay mayroong 5 clinic all over the Philippines, pwede niya siguro i-distribute na yung costing per branch. Okay? Any question? Any more? Okay? Right. Wrap up nung package. Okay? Mandates ng NPO. Option 1. Okay? NPC pages or initiative or 1,000 per head. But mayroon kaming, as I have mentioned first, ay mayroon kaming Conrad Castro has entered. Yes.
Sa DICT.
Yes, thank you, sir. I think this is from the DICT. Thank you, Sir Castro, for joining us. It is an honor. And we have been doing this regularly. In my department, it is almost every week. And you are free to join. Actually, this is free of charge. Mayroon pang merienda pero webinar ito eh. Thank you so much. Okay. For those who are already have joined us, please ask question if you have. Alright, option 2 is optional overview from 5 pillars. The rate is overview of the NPC plus the 5 pillars, an average of 7,500. Okay? Average lang yun dahil hindi pare-parehas. DPO is another price and PA is another price, but I just come up with 7,500. Alright, this is what I'm trying to emphasize. Dito po, those who are listening or those who might be getting this information late after this, maybe if you could, ay ito na po yung sinasabi kong penalties. Okay? Ang penalties po ay talagang matindi, madugo. Kung ikukumpara ninyo sa gastusin ninyo sa gagastusin ninyo kung mag-voluntary, in case na mag-voluntary registration at compliant kayo, ay malayong malayo. The package is 200. And the penalties for one offense only, one item, or one breach, ika nga, is 500,000 to 4 million, and an imprisonment of 1 to 3 million, 1 to 3 years, and 3 years to 6, or both. Makukulong ka na, magbabayad ka pa ng 500,000 to 4 million. Ay saan ka magpaparegister? Saan ka mamimili? Di doon ka na lang sa voluntary na only kung consortium kayo is only 40,000 per year. Actually, yung 40,000, kung i-appropriate natin before yung completion nung compliance, kung halimbawa 1 year, over 40 over 12, sisave lang kayo ng 3,333 per month. At the end of the training or the package, kami na bahala magpa-register, kami na bahala lahat ng pati compliance. At then, kung kami dito sa amin, we give you service up to the renewal. Yan po ang kwan namin dyan. Kaya wala kayong dapat alalahanin. We have given you a package or a savings plan. So, siguro naman ay wala na kayong dahilan na magantay ng burdensome penalty. Okay. One penalty siguro or breach is access due to negligence. Okay. O nandoon nga sa control ninyo, sa virtual o sa physical yung data ninyo. Paano kung nasingitan? O halimbawa ngayon, grupo ng isang kumpanya, nandyan sa filings ninyo, lumabas lahat ng pangalan nila. Kung nagdemanda po yon, milyon na ang atraso ninyo. You see how crucial. Pero pag nagpa-register kayo, 40,000 or 33,330 per month lang. Kasi aabot naman po yan ng 1 year yung kwan. Halimbawa, overview, isang month, the other month is DPO, Data Protection Officer, then NDPIA, hanggang matatapos yung 5 pillars. After the 5th pillars, ay i-register na kayo. Actually, for your information also, ang calendar ng registration at saka compliance ay every March of each year. Kaya tamang-tama kung magpa-register kayo ngayon, come March, hahabol natin sa March, i-register na natin. Okay? Alright, so I think time element is the problem, so I have to accelerate. We have more breaches, we have more offenses that will give you millions of penalties or imprisonment. Okay? Tatanggal ko. Alright. So we have more of the penalties, pero there is a warning that time element I have to accelerate. Okay? We are only given 2 hours for this, but then we have another one in next week maybe. It will be announced later. Alright, it says here, but wait, we have the 10175. Basically, Sir Navarro will give a few minutes for your idea. He is the right person to discuss the pricing and all these things. Okay. Okay. All right. So these are now the pricing for the cyber security. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories, and it is a package of 200 also, almost similar to that of the Privacy Act or 10173, but this is under the, if you want to get some more details on this, call us up. I have given the telephone or our website. Sir Navarro will be in charge for this. Okay. Thank you so much. And lastly, I will give you the 8 rights of data subject. Data subjects pala ay sinasabi ko ay hindi natin na-plus na yung DOT, definition of terms, dahil sa kulang ng oras. Pero lastly, I'll give you the 8 rights of the data subject. Data subject ay yung may-ari ng information, may-ari ng data subject to processing ng kung sakaling nasa isang organization, mamimili kami doon kung alin ba ang qualified sa na as data subject. Hindi lahat ng data subject ay papasok sa processing project natin, no? mayroon kaming criteria na para maging confirmed or accredited or qualified data subjects. Okay? The rights is to the data subject, yung may-ari ng data to be processed, okay, ay dapat ay to be informed. He has that right na it is also embedded or including on the master agreement na dapat yung data subject may-ari ng data ay dapat alam niya. Okay? Number 2 is right to object. Halimbawa, i-process yung Okay. So, right to object is number 2 na right ng data subject. You can exercise your right to object. Halimbawa, sabi ng organization niyo, company niyo, i-process natin yung kung mo dahil delikado yung kung mo you have a biometric of critical issues. So, i-process natin yan para you have the right to object. In other words, from that very point, kung nag-object ka, there will be no data processing will take effect. Okay? The right to access is the third right of the data subject. Okay? Kung na-process na, i-process na, or naka-storage na yung data mo na being processed or to be processed, ay mayroon kang blanket authority na dapat ma-access mo anytime of the day. Eh, siyempre, wag naman yung alas 12 ng gabi. Okay? So, you have that blanket authority to access your personal data being kept in the storage virtually or physically. Right to rectify. Kung halimbawa, napag-isip-isip mo, ay, ganun pala, mali, accurate, hindi accurate yung na-submit ko, you have to request for rectifying, correcting the inaccuracy being submitted from your files. Okay? Number 5 is erasure or blocking. Okay? Pwede mong baguhin yung sentences or mga script nung na-submit mo doon para mai-rectify mo. Almost similar to rectifying. Okay? Number 6 is complaint. Halimbawa, yung sinasabi ko nga, unauthorized processing, unauthorized disposal. Ay halimbawa, you surmise that your data being processed has been misused, you have the right to complain. Because magreklamo ka na bakit ganyan. Because of one of the objectives or purpose, the ideas that your data subject, data or information is being processed is to keep it intact for safety purposes without any intrusion. Right? Number 7 is you may claim. Kung may damages nga mangyayari, yung damage sa pagkareklamo mo ay it entails or begets collateral damages, you have the right for remuneration. But then again, yung computation ng damage financially, ika nga, it's already under the prerogatives of the court. Sila na magkukompute, sila na ang magbibigay ng amount kung ilan ang na sasayo na matanggap caused by the damage incurred. Okay? And the last one is 8, probability, data portability, I should say. Yan ay, halimbawa, physical, dapat pwede mong kunin yung copy or Xerox copy or duplicate ng data mo doon sa organization who is keeping your data na hindi mabigat, portable. You could carry or ang in charge doon ang nakausapin mo doon sa record keeper as the personal information controller or the organization entity processing their personal data. So, kung virtual naman, pwede kang kumuha ng doon sa virtual files. Pwede mong kunin din doon. Ilagay nila sa flash drive or any measures or any system that you could bring your data portable to your carrying the data. Right? This is the last one. I hope you have some good ideas on this. But then again, we will be coming up for another webinar. That's why sabi ko ay palaging ito doon sa first page. Sabi nila, nandun. In fact, this is one of the measures of our project. Sabi ko, dahil kami ay continuously flashing free webinar for your ideas. And should you have any question or anything that you want more details, please call us up. I'm ready about it. For those who are with us, thank you very much. Maybe we'll be coming for another webinar next week, but it's another topic. Thank you so much. God bless us. Bye.
Yes.